What's up, Dub Nation? Everything good? If you're a Golden State Warriors fan and want to stay up to date with everything about the team, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find the latest news, analysis, and everything happening behind the scenes with the Warriors. So, let's get into the video. The future of Nikola Vucevic with the Chicago Bulls remains a big question mark, especially with the trade deadline approaching. With several teams making moves to strengthen their rosters, the Golden State Warriors emerge as one of the teams potentially looking to make a major acquisition. They have been linked to multiple stars, including Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Paul George, but have also shown interest in the Bulls' center. Chicago's trade of Zach LaVine was a clear indication that the team is willing to reshape its roster. And while Vucevic is playing some of the best basketball of his career, he also seems available if the right offer comes along. The problem? The Bulls' asking price. The team wants at least a first-round pick in exchange for the player, which has been a roadblock so far. According to Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times, Chicago has already had 2 deals involving Vucevic fall through, leaving the team in a position where they might end up holding on to the center until the end of the season and looking to trade him in the summer. Sources indicate that the situation could still change, but at the moment there are no active talks for an imminent deal. This puts the Warriors in a tough spot. If they were truly interested in Vucevic, they now have to evaluate whether it's worth paying the price Chicago is asking or if they should focus on other options. But Vucevic is not the only big name being mentioned behind the scenes in San Francisco. Golden State has already shown that they are not afraid to make big moves when necessary. And one of their most recent targets was Jimmy Butler. The franchise was involved in a significant trade, sending Andrew Wiggins, Lindy Waters III, Dennis Schroeder, and a protected 2025 first-round pick to secure the arrival of the Miami Heat star. The arrival of Butler completely changes the dynamic of the team. He is a talented and competitive player, but his fit with the Warriors roster raises some important questions. On one hand, the trade brought in an experienced player accustomed to high-pressure moments and capable of sharing the spotlight with Stephen Curry. On the other hand, losing Wiggins means parting with a key player from the 2022 championship team. Someone who, beyond his solid defense, brought balance to the team in crucial moments. The Warriors now face a classic dilemma. They strengthened their roster with a high-profile name, but lost a player who represented the identity of the team. Wiggins was not just a functional piece, but someone respected in the locker room, helping to maintain team cohesion. The uncertainty about how Butler will fit into Steve Kerr's system adds another layer of complexity. Butler is not known for being an easy player to manage. His time in Miami, though successful, had turbulent moments. He did not hesitate to challenge the franchise and its leadership, raising questions about how his relationship with Kerr, Draymond Green, and the rest of the roster will unfold. From a tactical standpoint, there are pros and cons. Butler can relieve some of Curry's playmaking responsibilities, allowing the point guard to focus more on what he does best, moving without the ball and punishing defenses with his lethal shooting. Additionally, Butler doesn't need to dominate possession to be effective, which could benefit the Warriors' offense. On the other hand, integrating a player of this caliber mid-season is always a challenge, especially in a team that already has a well-established system. Ultimately, the trade was made with one clear goal: to maximize championship chances while Curry is still in his prime. But there are risks. Butler has a 2-year, $112 million contract, a significant financial commitment for a franchise already facing challenges with the salary cap. If the Warriors don't win a title in the next 2 seasons, this move could end up being a major problem. Jimmy Butler's arrival at the Warriors, combined with the uncertainty surrounding Nikola Vucevic, creates a complex scenario for the franchise. On one hand, the team has clearly shown that it is willing to take risks to maximize its chances of immediate success. On the other hand, every move must be calculated with precision, as any mistake could compromise not just this season, but the team's future as well. If Butler can deliver the expected impact, the question remains how he will fit into an already established system. The Warriors are not a conventional team, and their style of play heavily relies on ball movement and offensive fluidity. Butler, though talented, comes from a different system in Miami, where the offense revolves significantly around his decisions. Transitioning into a scheme that demands sacrifice and adaptation could be a challenge. Additionally, there is the emotional factor. Butler is an intense leader, but he has had conflicts in previous franchises. His time in Minnesota was marked by disagreements with the team's young core. In Philadelphia, despite relative success, his relationship with the organization did not end on the best terms. Even with the Heat, despite a winning mentality, there were moments of tension with the front office and even with Erik Spoelstra, one of the league's most respected coaches. At the Warriors, he will share the locker room with strong personalities like Draymond Green and Stephen Curry. Green, in particular, is known for his fiery temperament, and the interaction between him and Butler could be both a motivating factor and a long-term issue. The dynamic between these players will be crucial in determining whether this trade can truly lead the team back to the top. Meanwhile, the possibility of acquiring Vucevic remains on the table. If Chicago ultimately decides to hold on to him until the end of the season, the Warriors will have to reassess their options. They still need reinforcements in the front court, and Vucevic would be a natural fit, providing a reliable offensive presence and solid mid- to long-range shooting for a center. However, the Bulls' asking price remains a problem. A first-round pick might be a steep price for a player who, while talented, has defensive limitations and is already in the later stages of his career. Additionally, after the Butler trade, the Warriors may not want to further compromise their future. What the Warriors need now is stability. This season has been filled with ups and downs, and the team is still outside the direct playoff spots. Butler's integration needs to happen quickly, as the Western Conference is highly competitive. If the Warriors take too long to find a consistent rhythm, they could end up in a disadvantageous playoff position, or worse, miss the postseason entirely. The big question is, did the Warriors make the right move by betting on Butler instead of waiting for a front-court reinforcement? Or should they have taken a more balanced approach, securing a center like Vucevic before pursuing a big-name perimeter player? The answer will depend on the team's performance in the coming weeks. If Butler adapts quickly and elevates the team's level, the trade will be seen as a strategic and necessary move. But if there are fit issues and the team continues to struggle with consistency, criticism will come fast. Another factor that cannot be ignored is the financial impact of the trade. The Warriors already have one of the highest payrolls in the league, and adding Butler's contract only increases the pressure regarding the salary cap and luxury tax. This could limit future moves and make any mistake even more costly. Looking ahead, the success or failure of this new Warriors core could define the final stretch of Stephen Curry's era. The franchise is clearly trying to maximize his remaining elite years, but the question is whether they went about it the right way. Butler has talent and experience, but there are no guarantees that he is the missing piece to make the team a legitimate title contender again. Additionally, if Chicago fails to trade Vucevic now, he could reappear on the Warriors' radar in the summer. In that case, the team might get a second chance to reinforce its front court without having to pay the high price the Bulls are currently asking. Kai Sotto is not just another emerging name in international basketball. He is a phenomenon capable of shifting paradigms, a young giant standing over 7.3, who combines refined technical skills with an impressive basketball IQ. His name echoes among fans as a promise that could soon become a reality at the highest level of the sport. From a young age, Kai already stood out remarkably compared to other children. While many were still learning to take their first shots, he possessed a natural command of the game that impressed coaches and teammates alike. Born in the Philippines, a country where basketball is a national passion, Kai grew up surrounded by a deep love for the sport. However, his size and talent quickly indicated that he was destined for something greater. But being promising was never enough for Kai. He knew that his height alone would not guarantee a successful career. The real challenge was how to turn this natural gift into a competitive edge. From an early age, he dedicated himself to improving skills that many big men tend to overlook: ball handling, court vision, passing, and long-range shooting. This effort was crucial in shaping him into a versatile athlete capable of playing multiple roles on the court. What sets Kai Sotto apart from other young, promising centers is his ability to adapt. He is not just a player who imposes his presence in the paint. He can also act as a facilitator, make smart decisions, and even create plays for his teammates. This makes him not just a raw talent, but a player with the potential to revolutionize his position in modern basketball. The path to the basketball elite is never easy. especially for a young athlete carrying the hopes of an entire nation on his shoulders. Kai Sotto understood that, to stand out on the global stage, he needed to step out of his comfort zone and seek greater challenges. His journey beyond the Philippines began with stints in various leagues and international competitions. He had to adapt to different styles of play, face more experienced opponents, and learn to handle constant pressure. With each new challenge, Kai absorbed knowledge and refined his technique, preparing himself for the moment he would get the chance to shine under the global spotlight. The decision to seek opportunities abroad was not easy. He left behind his family and the familiar environment of Filipino courts to face a new world where he would have to prove his worth in every practice and game. But instead of being intimidated, Kai embraced this change as an opportunity for growth. He understood that to achieve greatness, he needed to step out of his comfort zone and tackle challenges that many would avoid. Beyond technical adaptation, Kai also had to navigate cultural differences and the growing expectations from fans and analysts. With every step forward, the questions became more frequent. When will he make it to the NBA? Will he establish himself among the best? These doubts, however, never shook his confidence. He knew that every stage of his journey was part of a bigger plan. Kai Sotto is not just a talent on the court. Off it, he has become a symbol of hope for young Filipino athletes and an ambassador for Asian basketball on the global stage. His success proves that talent can emerge from anywhere and that with hard work and determination, it is possible to break geographical and cultural barriers. He understands the significance of his position and makes a point to give back to his community. Kai engages in social projects, encourages young talents, and uses his influence to inspire the next generation. His impact goes beyond statistics and highlight plays. He represents a new era for Filipino basketball, proving that players from the country can compete at a high level and carve out a place among the world's best. His presence on social media further strengthens this connection with fans. Kai shares moments from his training routine, his game preparations, and even the challenges he faces on his journey. This transparency creates an authentic bond with his audience and makes him even more admired. He knows that his journey is not just about himself. Every achievement he earns opens doors for other young Filipinos who dream of following in his footsteps. Instead of seeing this responsibility as a burden, he uses it as fuel to keep improving. As we approach 2025, the anticipation surrounding Kai Sotto's future continues to grow. He is more prepared than ever to take the next big step in his career. The question is not if he will reach the top, but when and where it will happen. Experts believe he has everything it takes to establish himself in a major league and make an immediate impact. His skill set, winning mentality, and adaptability make him a valuable asset to any team willing to invest in him. But regardless of where he plays, one thing is certain. Kai Sotto will continue writing his story and inspiring millions of fans around the world. He is not just a promising player. He is a symbol of perseverance, talent, and determination. And 2025 might just be the year he finally cements his name among basketball's elite. The world is watching, and Kai Sotto is ready to make history. Kai Sotto's story continues to unfold like a true basketball epic. Each new step in his career adds another chapter to this journey of determination, resilience, and ambition. But what truly sets Kai apart from so many other young talents around the world? The answer lies in the unique combination of his physical gifts and his unwavering mindset. Over the years, basketball has evolved significantly. Tall players, who were once confined to the role of rim protectors and short-range finishers, now need a much more versatile skill set. The modern game demands that big men have ball control, agile movement, and most importantly, a reliable jump shot. This is precisely where Kai excels. Kai's towering height, surpassing 7'3", would already be a major advantage on its own. But what truly makes him special is his ability to play like a much smaller and more agile athlete. He doesn't just dominate the paint, he can stretch the floor, distribute passes, and even create plays as a true offensive facilitator. His basketball IQ, combined with his technical skills, makes him a constant threat to opponents. Behind the scenes, coaches who have worked with Kai always highlight his work ethic and eagerness to learn. He never settles for what he has already achieved. While many players his size rely solely on their height to overpower opponents, Kai constantly expands his arsenal. He relentlessly trains his mid-range and long-range shooting while refining his low-post moves. Additionally, his defense deserves recognition. Kai Sotto is not just a great shot blocker, he is also a versatile defender who can adapt to different offensive styles. He knows how to use his size efficiently to contest shots without committing unnecessary fouls. This makes him an extremely valuable player in any tactical system. With global basketball becoming increasingly competitive, Kai's rise represents something bigger than just his individual journey. He is a symbol of a new generation of Asian players breaking barriers and proving they can compete on equal footing with the world's best. However, with great talent comes great responsibility. The weight of expectations on Kai Sotto has never been light. From his early days in the Philippines, he was always seen as a top prospect, but now the pressure has reached an entirely different level. All eyes are on him, waiting to see how far he can go. Speculation about his future continues to grow. With his talent and dedication, it's only a matter of time before he signs with a major team and gets his chance to shine on the biggest basketball stages. Many analysts believe he could be a game-changer for any team that secures his services. His ability to impact both offensively and defensively makes him a one-of-a-kind player. But regardless of which path he takes, one thing is certain: Kai Sotto is just getting started. His journey has already inspired thousands of young athletes, and his determination proves that success doesn't come from natural talent alone. It comes from relentless hard work and perseverance. As we approach a defining moment in his career, the excitement continues to build. The basketball world is about to witness something special. Kai is not just another promising player. He is a phenomenon who has the potential to redefine the game for future generations. And now, Dub Nation. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates on our Warriors. We're in this together. See you in the next video.